What do you think? We were just talking about the USMCA. People talk about the hurdles. What hurdles do you see, or do you see it getting through Congress?
Well, what I see going on right now, and it's just a pattern of history behind it, is you have two sides trying to play their angle, right? China's used to doing things very, very long term, and they're used to taking their time to doing something. So what I see going on right now is political. If we have the tariffs that people are afraid of, it's going to hurt China, and they're good people, more than it's going to hurt the United States. China's built up a middle class, and if those people aren't working anymore, it's going to affect them. I think what's going to happen is either at the last minute it's not going to happen, or shortly thereafter it will, because we Americans are not stupid. Many big companies now are all looking where this is prolonged. Let's say it happened, they are really stubborn. Where now can we set up? Maybe it'll take us a year to do it, but in another country, so we don't have this problem anymore. So it's not good for China, not that good for the United States, worse for China, and I think it's going to be over with in a relatively short period of time.
Well, Americans aren't stupid, but only one person is making the decision.
Well,
I mean, and is that person going to make a wise decision?
But that's true. And with all due respect, no disrespect to our president, okay? Mm-hmm. Many times people say something, but the reaction turns out to be a bit different. Or sometimes, like, we live in a world of illusion. You see things you think are real, sometimes they are, and sometimes they're just not. But what is really, really real is when you look at an input, even to a president makes the final decision, and the input is it's going to be not so good for America, but at the same time, you can negotiate for something that's fair. On the other side, the whole thing should be this: China, we just want to be on even par with you. And no one's ever saying that. All we want to do is even par, opposed to, forget the trade, raise this, you can't let our products in. It's just, let's just be on even par and everything's wonderful. The world will agree with that. And they're not doing that. Stupid.
Well, and I think the trade issue also kind of relates to this broader discussion about income inequality. And I'm wondering, as a billionaire, are you worried by this whole capitalism versus socialism debate? And do you think capitalism is under attack right now?
I think it's under attack, but for political reasons. The American dream, remember, it's we the people. I was asked a couple of years ago to represent the 1% and the 99% on a major TV show. I said, no. I am 99% and I'm 1%. Isn't it we the people of the United States of America in order to perform? I mean, it's our declaration. Isn't it the American dream that we could possibly own a house one day and maybe become millionaires? And you wanted to take it away? You want to make everything even? No reward for someone that wants to work a little bit harder? It's we the people of the United States of America. And I think we'd get that message out. Capitalism works. Socialism doesn't. It just doesn't work. It destroys the country.
And you lived in your car at one point.
I lived in my car when I started Paul Mitchell for 2 weeks. I've been homeless twice in my life. So I am the 99% and I am the 1% and I still work.
So why do you think people like Senator Elizabeth Warren or even Representative Ocasio-Cortez, why don't they listen to you?
They're totally misinformed. They don't realize, because they haven't been there. They haven't started business. They haven't been without. They haven't been homeless or been fired from jobs to do something. They just don't know. Plus, again, with all due respect, I'm sure these are two fine ladies and they mean well, but they don't know the rest. They just don't know it, or they wouldn't be saying it. They don't know the American dream is worth going after, and we all have a chance to be millionaires. And if you start taxing people too heavy and they see it disappearing, then well, what's the reward for my family? And they have to remember this too, and I don't think either one know about it. We have a group called the Giving Pledge. We're all billionaires. In fact, I'm leaving here tomorrow to go down to our annual convention together. And there's about 180 of us in the world now.
Yeah, I believe Mackenzie Bezos just signed on.
Just joined, okay? Yeah. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett. We have all pledged 50% of our wealth to be invested or given away to make the world a better place to live for ecology and the people. And we do it while we're alive, after we die, or a combination of the two. Most of us are doing it now as well as after we depart this planet.
I mean, to be fair, though, when you look at some of the candidates, some of the politicians that Adam mentioned, I mean, aside from a couple of them who are out and out socialists and are proponents of socialism, most of them are just talking about socialist-style programs. They're not talking about a conversion of the country to socialism, right? They're talking about some aspects, socialized medicine, for example, and other ways of not necessarily bringing the top people down, but maybe lifting people who are having trouble up.
Then perhaps I misunderstood what some of them said, because I had heard that one of the things they wanted to do was, no matter how much money you have, especially the wealthy people, every year reduce whatever you have by 3.5%. Eventually, you're going to have nothing. In other words, you pay your taxes.
I mean, that would be very eventually for people who have quite a lot.
But still, over a period of time, it went away. It went away. Okay, and where did it go? Went to the government. No disrespect to the government, okay, but we could spend it for philanthropic things, I think, better than the government can.
So I guess where is this sort of criticism of capitalism coming from? Clearly, something went wrong with capitalism that sparked all this so-called anger. Do you have any theories on that?
Yeah, I think a few people, no disrespect to any of them, that were rather wealthy, pushed their wealth and how much they had and how powerful they were on television, other places, and everyone looked at that stereotype and said, oh, these are the billionaires, my God, and they're doing this, wasting the money. But then you look at people like us and what we're doing with the Giving Pledge, it's like, if it wasn't for what we have, I mean, my gosh, Bill Gates eradicating, diseases, all over the world. I mean, just everyone's got their own thing going. We're making the world a better place to live. So I think what started out was somebody started it. It seemed like a good movement. And there are a lot of things wrong with some people and some companies that are very selfish and don't share. But the majority are so good. They have to know. I'd love these people to live with me for a day or two and see what we do. See how we take the homeless. We're building a homeless shelter now. We just completed it for 250 homeless people. They all have their own little house, their own gardens, their own everything, and they all pay rent. And if they're not, because they feel they're part of it. If not, if they can't pay their $90, we have agriculture, we have animal husbandry, we have woodshop, metal shop. We give them a job to make some money to be able to pay their rent so they're part of it, they have their own home forever. Now we're adding on 400 more homes. And that's what we, the people, are doing that are capitalist.
You have a great message, and I hope you will come back, but we have to say thank you at this point.
Yeah, we still have to hear about the phone, so come back and talk to us about
I
this
certainly
new
will.
He's got a
venture
3D
also.
phone here that is just
The
unbelievable.
new rocket phone. Go online to ROKIT, like a rocket ship,
phone,
and
yeah.
check it out. It's a 3D phone with no glasses.
John Paul Dejoria, Patron Spirits Company co-founder. First time I ever got drunk was on tequila. I'd have to just fess up to that.
Paul Mitchell's pretty cool, too, and so are our kids in our Paul Mitchell schools.
Agreed.
Thank you so much.
You betcha, sir. Thank you very much.